Oh. Well, we're back. We're here at the Petit Le Mans final hour of the 2025 IMSA season. It's a fuel mileage race unless we get a caution. Earl leads the way, then Matthew Jaminet, the presumed GTP champion, then Roman and Aston Martin in third. So here's the situation. We just had a pit stop with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. Earl and Jaminet, they're going to need to have a big fuel save because they pitted with 1 hour and 3 minutes to go. And the amount of fuel that these cars can hold only lasts for about 58 minutes as Earl's going 3 wide around GT traffic. But 57 to 58 minutes is a full fuel load. And Earl and Jaminet pitted with an hour and 3 minutes to go. So it's going to be a big ask for them to save. What Roman needs is he needs a caution. He can't make it. He needs a caution. He's just going full send at the moment. But that's the battle for the win in GTP between those three. In LMP2, Oliver Jarvis in the 18 Era Motorsport Orica, that car came alive in the night. They lead by 5 seconds over Dane Cameron in the 99 AO Racing Orica or Spike. As here's one of the Corvettes in. It's the 4 Corvette. Nicky in the pits. He's in the car. The leader in GTD's in. James Colato in the Terrazzi Ferrari. Tires for Nicky. And a full fuel load. And they're pitting with 58 minutes, so they should be able to make it. Colato's in getting tires. He's going to stay in. He'll finish this one. Tom Gamble's in. He's second right now in GTD. It could go to Elliott for the lead in the Wright Motorsport Porsche. Nicky's out. And he's going to be ahead of his championship rival Albert in the Dragon Speed Ferrari. The 3 Corvette and the 81 Dragon Speed Ferrari are your contenders in GTD Pro. It looks like Alex Sims and Antonio are going to get the championship because Albert and that whole Dragon Speed car is struggling. And the top 2 in GTD Pro are pitting. Dan Harper's in.
Plenty of energy, about 33% left. Did not need to pit, but we have hit what Townsend likes to call the danger zone. The other GTD Pro cars have been pitting. They needed to pit fairly soon, so they want to make sure that they don't get caught out with a yellow and cycle to the back. They got the track position. Dan Harper
Alex Sims from second is also pitting. Robbie to the lead for GTD in the Turner BMW, but he'll still have to pit. It's a battle in GTD between the Terrazzi Ferrari and the AF Corsa Ferrari. James Colato in the 023 Terrazzi Ferrari at the moment, and Alessandro in the 21 AF Corsa Ferrari. That's the battle for GTD. Dennis Olsen to the lead in GTD Pro. It's a Ford 1-2, the Multimatic Fords. They still have to pit, but they're in first and second. Alex Sims out of the box. It's going to be treacherous on these cold tires for the first lap. You're going to be going at a very slow pace. Other cars came out of the pits behind him. And you got fast prototypes coming up right behind him and in the way. Oh, it's going to be tight. A 5-car squeeze down the S's here at Road Atlanta. Oh, man. It looks like they're going to get through. Tom Dillman, the inner Europol LMP2, pits from third.
This is when you're in that GTD Pro car. You're Alexander.
And there's the 81. There's Albert behind the wheel, seeing a championship slip away at the moment. He's got to beat the 3 on track. The number 3 Corvette, Alex Sims behind the wheel. And they are very close on track to each other at the moment.
Making the wrong move at the wrong time. And we talk about the amplification, seemingly, of noise at night. And if you're that Corvette,
55 minutes to go. On board with Dennis Olsen. He loses the lead to Seb.
and you just start to wonder, 10 hours
So the
in,
teammates,
let's say, are we good? Is everything going to work? Is this thing going to hold
the
together?
teammates swap.
Questions enter your mind.
And Albert got ahead of Alex Sims. The 81 is ahead of the 3 on track. What does that do for the GTD Pro points?
Energy remaining. They still have
Albert's ahead of Alex Sims on track.
right now with Priawa up front, but they're off strategy with the rest of the GTD Pro.
We'll have to see what it does to the points. They will have to pit soon. So the GTD Pro battle is going to be between Dan Harper and Nicky, the 48 Paul Miller BMW and the number 4 Corvette. Paul Miller and Pratt Miller, it's going to come down to those two again. We all know how many battles they've had in GTD Pro, and Robbie is in the 96 Turner BMW.
It was repaired, and they've had good speed the entire time, Chris.
They certainly have, Brian, and that's what Patrick Gallagher and Robbie Foley told me earlier today. Is this is the best car we've had all season. Remember their performance this year with the
Side-by-side battle going into 10A and 10B between a Corvette and a Porsche. It's Rexy and a Corvette. I believe that's Alex Sims trying to get around the 77. Robbie's down and away. The lead in GTD goes to Alessandro in the AF Corsa Ferrari. And now the LMP2 leader, Oliver Jarvis, is in. And the Corvette's flashing his lights aggressively at the 77 as they head down the hill through the S's late in the race. Mikkel takes the lead in LMP2 with his TDS in the TDS Racing LMP2 as Jarvis pits.
They did a lot of work testing that race car, and they had a downforce set up when they went to homologate
Spike, the 99 AO LMP2, they will be the champions in that. Winward will be champions in GTD. It's really the only battle that's really up for grabs right now is GTD Pro for champions. But for the win, I'd say all of them. I have no idea who's going to win any of these races.
They had straightaway speed. They were going to be favorites going out in the season. Much different story with the Ford GT that preceded the Mustang.
52 minutes to go. Earl leads Jaminet by 3.7 seconds in GTP. Mikkel might be leading by a lap in LMP2. Seb leads Dennis Olsen in a Multimatic 1-2 at the moment by a second. And then Alessandro leads James Collado in that Ferrari 1-2 by 1.1 seconds. And the 23 Aston Martin is pitting. Roman's back in the pits. This is interesting. Roman's in the pits. Are they going to top up with fuel? Energy levels down to 69. Roman's in the box. And they're just topping up with fuel. So they're going to get enough fuel in the race car to get all the way home, presumably. And Roman's down and away.
Hey, GTD Pro, we mentioned that the 64 and 65 are still going to have to pit the Ford. So the 48, Dan Harper and Paul Miller BMW.
Roman head out of the box. So now it looks like Roman can go on full attack, but he's now out of contention. He's now down to 8th in GTP. So it's going to come down to the number 31 Welland Cadillac and the presumably GTP champions, number 6 Porsche Penske that is currently piloted by Matthew Jaminet.
Cards already being played. We talked about whether you could make it on a GTP car or not. We knew the 23 couldn't. They knew they couldn't. So just a short time ago, they were in the pit lane for that top up. They're good to go now. Hammer down. Why top up? They're going to come now because now they can get to the finish without stopping. They're staying on the lead lap. Let's watch this stop here. No tyres were taken, so he's going to go back out around the enders on hot tyres, so he's going to have pace immediately, and he can go full bore to the finish.
I understand, but why not hang out? And if a long yellow comes, you can make it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I guess the question is, do you have enough pace to hang out there and get to the front? This way, they're kind of rolling the dice a little bit.
50 minutes to go. Rangerson is in the 93 Meyer-Shank Acura. He'll pit. Maybe they'll do the same thing as what the Aston Martin just did and top up with fuel. And another car heading to the pits. That's the Pfaff Lambo that Hinch is driving. They've had a rough race.
Valuable time behind the wheel, but there is a penalty, not a pit stop, a
Oh.
drive-through for Hinch. Wheel rotation while up on the air jacks.
Drive through for Hinch. Wheel rotation while on the air jacks.
Unfamiliarity.
Unfortunate.
With the car. Does he grab a gear and it wheel rolls before he gets in or before he gets down?
I'm sure James is laughing like, whatever. Yeah, 26 laps down. Somebody hand me a burger when I'm coming down pit lane, not a problem.
I've got a plan for next year's 29th running of Motul Petit Le Mans. We're going to do the final 2 hours with you and Cal on the box, calling strategy for opposing cars. And we'll go interview you each because I love the banter back and forth. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't.
Hinch
Sometimes
back
I
out
think
on track.
You're just a protagonist and like to stir things up.
Hey, I like my chances in that.
49 minutes to go.
I have a scientific calculator.
Race still going green. Here's a replay.
And ChatGPT.
There you go.
Oh, someone's on for the gravel in turns 10A and 10B.
Somebody's off the dirt. Is that Hinch?
Through the gravel there.
Looks like it's a prototype. No, it's Hinch.
Hinch is like, I've never been off in 10. Let me check this out.
You go check that out. See what's over there.
Now on board with Earl in the 31, leading the show right now.
One more time, you see the darkness in front. Let's check back in.
48 minutes to go, and he is saving gas.
So it doesn't appear to be a massive energy save right now for the 31 leading the race. They told him about 3 laps ago, you have a 2.5 second gap. Use energy if needed to maintain it. Then the next lap, it was 3 seconds. Now it's up to 5.5 seconds. So they seem pretty comfortable right now. Or they're just saying push, banking on that caution that always comes in the final half hour or so.
Yeah, I think running at this pace, I don't think they're going to make it. You got 47 minutes to go. They're already at 76%
So
energy.
76% of energy left on Earl's Cadillac. Jaminet's down to 72%. Phillip, who's running in third, even though he's not really a factor right now in his BMW, he's at 65% of his energy level. I don't think anybody can make it without pitting again besides the number 23 Aston Martin of Roman. So Aston Martin, in their first season with the Valkyrie, they could score their first ever victory. There is a possible chance that they can do this. They're 50 seconds behind the leader, Earl. So 3/4 of a lap. But we'll see if he can get it.
Had taken over the championship lead, but they have had problems throughout the day, especially the latter part of the day.
Yeah, guys, following the battle between the 3 and the 81, I'm curious, you talk about drivers and teams electing to roll the dice. When you look at the energy level of all those cars in the GTD Pro class, costs are running at 3% energy. Is this a desperate effort to roll the dice? What do you guys make of this strategy?
So right now the GTD Pro points as they run. Antonio and Alex Sims in the 3 Corvette lead Albert by 3 points. So Albert would have to finish 2 spots ahead of the 3 Corvette in order to clinch the championship for himself because he's had 2 different teammates throughout the season. He's just been the only mainstay on the 81. Look at the 6 dicing through traffic. Matthew Jaminet charging.
The 48 BMW, first car with the energy to make it to the end, and those BMWs have been so strong. Remember the run at Road America? Both of the cars have had victories this year. They may walk away with a victory here at Petit Le Mans.
And they'll have earned it. Great racecraft, great pace, great job.
Watch out. Jaminet's got to go 3 wide on the inside of turn 1.
Oh, 3 wide and 1.
Oh, contact, and a car's off. Ooh, so close. That's the number 1 Paul Miller BMW that went off.
Laps down. Wants to see.
No, it's not. not. And there is the 48.
Ooh.
Goes past the sister car, the 1, and now has an LMP2 prototype
That was
just
close
behind. And it can
for that number 1 Paul
get down
Miller
there that quickly.
BMW.
I think he gets put out there. We've seen all this rubber that it keeps getting scraped out of radiators and everything. We can't see it because of the darkness, but I think offline right now is absolutely treacherous. 81 now.
45 minutes to go. Here's a replay.
This is the replay of the 1.
And the 1 was next to the 99 and then the 6. And the 99 pushes the 1 wide. And here's the 81 dragging speed in.
Service going on this 81. When you look at the season, really starting at Daytona all the way through, you look at when they really started to hit their stride with the win at Mosport. And then a pair of seconds, VIR in Indianapolis, really setting up the massive title fight here. The underdogs all season, it just seemed like things fell their way until we got here to Petit Le Mans. It just has not been a great weekend altogether. Just trying to finish up the season, also trying to finish up the stop. You don't know what can happen with 44 minutes left to go, but at this point, it's just going to end. And like you guys mentioned, this team started at this race a year ago. You know, you talk to Elton Julian, he was pitted right next to Giuseppe Repi. I'm all tongue-tied. Reese. And when they were going away, they started coming up with ideas, how to put things together. And this whole deal came together. What a Cinderella story it's been. Meanwhile, you've got more teams up on the wall.
I love
Albert's
the shot
gone.
Of that exhaust. You're looking in the exhaust of that 296 power plant.
And he's going to need a miracle if he wants to win the championship this year in GTD Pro. But a valiant effort for Dragon Speed. This team, an underdog, going up against the big Corvette. They did a really good job this year. But there's still 43 minutes to go.
Quick break and we'll be back and take you all the way to the checkered flag. Just over 43 minutes to go from Petit Le Mans. Make sure you stay with us.
And commercial. Welcome back to Motul Petit Le Mans. Around 40 minutes to go here in the 2025 IMSA season. Everybody in front of the number 23 Aston Martin, driven by Roman, needs fuel. But where will Roman be when everyone pits? And when will everyone pit? James Collado to the lead in GTD. He gets around Alessandro.
It's 32 seconds to transition pit lane, but that's not the true delta. It's really probably about 20 to 25. So even if the others plug in for 5 to 10 seconds, they should still come out 10 to 15 seconds ahead.
Guys, we always hype the drama in the final hour.
On board with Rowan right now. He's going through turns 10A and 10B.
The way race control calls things.
Now up the hill through the under the Fox Factory Bridge. Down the hill through the final corner. And down the front stretch. Going full send at the moment. 40 minutes to go.
And just go big and cause a caution, perhaps. Make a big mistake. I'm just fascinated to see what happens in these last 39 minutes. Because the behavior has been pretty clean. Not perfect all day, but maybe a little bit cleaner than what we've seen in the past.
And also how close the fast laps are for all of the competitors.
And the last lap for Roman compared to Earl's last lap, Roman went with a 1:14.0, Earl with a 1:15.2. So he's a second faster than the leader at the moment.
8/10 covering the full field. So that makes it hard to pass. They're saying it's really strategy that has gained track position here today. Maybe a little bit of luck with the odd yellow, but passing on the racetrack has proved difficult. We saw at the start of this race, Aiken took over 2 hours to figure out a way to get by the 60.
I'm looking at the number 60 of Tom Blomqvist, the pole sitter coming in here. That car's looking super quick. His last lap, almost a second faster than the leaders. You don't know how much traffic has played into that. But if everybody in the top 5 has to stop, certainly Ricky Taylor does. But if the 31, the 6,
39
the 24,
minutes to
and
go.
the 60 all are going to do a splash and go to finish.
Earl leads Jaminet by 4 seconds
Get one
in
caution to bunch these
GTP.
guys up.
Mikkel leads Oliver Jarvis in LMP2. There's Mikkel going on a fellow LMP2 car in 10A and 10B.
In LMP2, it's a fuel strategy gamble to the end for the race win.
It's Paul DeResta he's passing.
About a couple of laps laps ago. They just got their fuel window open, go to the end of the race. You can only go about 42 to 43 minutes. The fuel call was to make sure he had a big enough gap that the Delta, when they left pit lane, kept them in the lead, and they accomplished it. It was high fives in this pit box for TDS Racing. Hugs from Stephen Thomas as well in his swan song effort with this group. So Mikkel Jensen now free and clear to go.
So Mikkel can go full send. He's all good. And they had a big enough lead where they could pit and come out in front as the leader still. Trying to win in Stephen Thomas's final race of his LMP2 career here at IMSA. On board with Earl.
Championship could be potentially a two-time winner, consecutive years here at Petit Le Mans.
Townsend says he's not leaving. Townsend's money is that he comes back if they win.
It's that addicting, but I want to listen here to the brake zone for Bamber. Pretty big coast phase there.
Earl's lifting really early, and then he gets on the brakes. He's lifting at the foot of the hill, and then he's on the brakes at the end of the hill.
How does that work? I think he's shy, mate. I really do think he's at least 5 minutes shy or more.
A caution that, if a caution comes out, it would throw a wrench into everything. Here's James Collado we're focusing on right now. He's 4 seconds off of Alessandro, who leads.
The series was in 2022 in Sebring. Fabio, their crew chief, told me a moment ago, not only at this point, according to his math, are they leading the Michelin Endurance Cup Championship points for this class, but he said a win at Petit Le Mans would be a comeback for them. It would be not only a moment he would remember for the rest of his life, but a really special moment for him and his team, the 21, currently leading in the GTD class, Matt.
Machu Gemini currently running second, 53% on the energy. Meanwhile, Bamber, the 31, he's at 56. Now, they were stressing to Jam that he needed to hit a certain number, and that was about 8 laps ago. 2 laps ago, Travis Law came on the radio and told Gemini that at this point, they're still a couple laps short. So this is really going to get interesting here at the end. When you hit, and just how many seconds of fuel do you need before you can drop it and go?
So it's a fuel mileage race. It is a fuel mileage race here at Petit Le Mans with 35 minutes left, and we're not sure if anybody can make it besides number 23, Aston Martin. Earl leads his energy levels at 54. Jamini at 51 in second. Phillip in third. He's at 44% energy. Ricky in fourth at 13% energy. He can't make it. And then Tom in fifth for Meyer Shank at 46% energy. So I think the only one who can make it is Roman at the moment.
Teammates in the World Endurance Championship in a Porter Ferrari. They currently lead the standings.
And this would be really huge for GTD AF Corsa, the 21 Ferrari, if they can get a win. It'd be their first win since Sebring of 2022. And Alessandro Pierguidi, the overall Le Mans winner recently with Ferrari's dominance at Le Mans over the past couple of years. I believe he won it in 2024. He's back here at IMSA. He's trying to get his first win at Petit Le Mans since 2019 when the GT Le Mans class was still a thing.
So here's what's going on with the 31 and really those behind. The 23, Aston Martin, is very much in play with that top off. The 31 is about 3 or 4 laps short. And there's a scenario, if it is a quickie yellow that's only a couple laps, they still might be short. So they're debating, do we come in, top off, give us a little bit more time? That's not likely it. They're going to run it as long as they can, hope that caution comes out. But if it stays green, they're planning on a stop, and they're keeping an eye on the Aston Martin. That's who they're racing right now. And what? They are 44 seconds behind with what they think they need to add. With energy, they will lose about 40 seconds or so. So that's kind of the magic number. They probably only have to plug in for about 5 seconds. So that's kind of the gap to watch with the 23 right now, who's made that stop and can make it to the end.
So using Kevin's math there, 40 seconds with the splash and go. D'Angelo's 44 seconds back. So a little bit of a buffer, but not too much. One little hiccup.
It's going to be close between Earl and Roman. So the Aston Martin is going to be a big player in this race.
Really, it's the championship that I want to win. You'd think
The Welland Cadillac's going to run as far as they can run.
I would think.
Yeah, I mean, they've got plenty to play with here. Again, the other thing is...
Let's see what'll happen.
30 minutes, then they're
Earl's got a
probably
7-second lead over Jaminet,
is close.
but still 44 seconds over Roman, and the 24 BMW is in. Phillips in with 33 minutes to go. He pits from third.
24, they're going to play their hand. And is it the 30-minute mark that they're playing to right now? They know that if they get a yellow inside 30 minutes, pits are closed and they can't come. So 30 minutes is as long as you can wait because 32 on the board. Matt?
You can see on the energy level they were about 40%, but they knew where they were running, so they only needed about 5 or 6 seconds of fuel. As you can see, the fueler still engaged, going for a few more. Meanwhile, the 10 is expected to pit in about
Phillips
3
out.
laps. Ricky Taylor, he's down to about 7
Roman Grosjean got around Roman for fifth.
Starting to show their hand. What will the 6 of Jaminet and the 31 of Bamber do? Still at about 48 to 45%.
Earl and Jaminet.
Seconds worth of energy.
Those are the big two right now. What will they do? The Wayne Taylor number 10 Cadillac is expected to pit as their energy level is down to 6% for Ricky.
Win this thing, Bamber and Jaminet hoping for a caution. You get
42 seconds now, the gap between the 31 and the 23.
5 minutes to go, and you need to come that lap, and you're blocked out of the pit.
And there's Ricky, he pits.
That's a tough way to
Ricky's in.
You got to think for the 6, do they play a little bit more conservative versus the 31 who can afford to roll the dice? They're just out for a victory. Finish off the season on a high with 2 consecutive victories. 10 is on pit lane. Maddie's waiting.
And you go back to just looking at everyone's strategy, and they really played the long game. Didn't play out. 31 minutes to go. They are in their box. They're going to go ahead and go for a full service and go with new Michelin tires because they need to pack the fuel cell a lot longer than just a splash and go. So they're going to go fresh Michelins and try to give themselves a shot. If we get another caution, they'll be good to go on tires versus maybe some of the others that will then help them with track position.
This will be interesting.
So Ricky comes out, the second place car in LMP2 pits. That's Oliver Jarvis in the Era Motorsport 18.
It needs to get to the end. 62%.
And Ricky Taylor leaves the pits.
He was like in the mid-70s when he released, right? And
30 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here at Road Atlanta.
That seems awfully short.
On board with Earl again. 45% energy level for the 31.
You're talking Cadillac.
The Aston Martin number 23, 60% energy level.
Jaminet has even less than that. Lundqvist in the 60, even less than that. At the end,
Dan Harper in the number 48. Paul Miller BMW for GTD Pro leads the way there. And then Alessandro leads GTD in his number 21 AF Corsa Ferrari. On board with Roman, right behind the number 13 AWA Corvette.
30 minutes. It was just a quickie. You don't have to wait to open the pits for the prototypes. You don't have
Where
to wait
Ore
for the
Fadani
GTD cars. It could be
will have
really short.
another
Playing the game.
automatic entry to Le Mans
Say for us, you gotta factor
next
that in.
year.
That could be really,
Congratulations
really
to
quick.
him.
Like 2 laps and you're back to racing again.
That's why it's called a short.
Now they're right behind the 96 Turner BMW driven by Robbie. Roman, of course, easily gets by him down the long back straightaway. Under the Motul Bridge. One of the taillights is gone on the 23. The left taillight on the Aston Martin Valkyrie is only turning on when he's braking. I'm not sure if that's by design or if that's an issue.
If it's for the win, I think you risk a lot.
You got to put it all on the line. It's go for it time. I think a podium is definitely potentially.
Roman
there.
is flying right now.
Other cars hitting pit lane. I think the winner's out of the question. I think P3 is definitely up for grabs with this 23 car.
You know, it's so interesting because on these long endurance
Roman
races,
trying to
the
charge.
strategy
He's
at the
fallen
end,
back now to
getting
45
racing
seconds behind the
cars that really,
31
quote, aren't there because that car
of
in
Earl
front is
Bamber.
gonna have to pit. As a driver, is it just, hey,
DeAngelis trying to charge.
Qualifying laps. I just need qualifying laps. You don't have a target to focus on.
Well, as a driver, what you want is information. You want to know every single car that you're approaching at night. It's high risk and low visibility. And you want to know, what's the deal with this 120 Porsche? Are they battling for the lead lap? Are they 10 laps down? You want to understand the mindset of every single car you have to pass so you can do a risk assessment in the moment.
You want to know if Townsend Bell's driving or someone else, for example, right?
Townsend Bell's driving. You just lay it out. Just lay it
Tom
out.
Dillman pits from second in LMP2. So Mikkel's going to have a huge lead in LMP2. Dan Harper leads Nicky in his Corvette by 17 seconds. And Alessandro leads James Collado by 3 seconds in GTD. The gap between Earl and Jaminet is 8.5 seconds in GTP, with 27 minutes left in Petit Le Mans, and the season in contact between Roman and the 57 Winward Mercedes. That's Philip behind the wheel. The GTD champions. Oh boy, that was tight.
GTD, but the 23 of DeAngelis still, that gap, Callis, not shrinking like I would like to see. 46 seconds back now from Bamber.
Yeah, and just the point we made earlier about podium potential.
Here's a
I think
replay, and Roman just cut across the nose of Philip.
Grosjean's got,
Ooh.
he's in trouble too in terms of making. I think he's a little
On board with Philip. We have an onboard on Winward.
I don't think Grosjean can make it either. So.
Doink.
Oh, that was the touch there up into turn
Wow.
3. That was really tight there. And
Ooh, that was close going up into 3.
Dallas just had to turn
Really
inside.
close.
I think it was one of those things where DeAngelis
Roman's charging. He could smell blood in the water.
thinking that he had cleared
Trying to get the win. But
that's how quickly
it's starting to fall away as the 31's pace is really strong.
that they're in. Yes, there's some light standards
As it has been all race long. This 31 has been the best GTP car once again.
You'll head up the hill here in total darkness, and then you get up to turn 3. There's a light standard there.
For the second race in a row,
There's another one
the
just
Welland
around
Cadillac
the corner, but
has been the best
it's dark.
of the field.
Really dark. Down through the S's towards turn 5. Up on the curve, you talk about that gap not really shrinking as much. 14.1 on the last lap time for Roman DeAngelis, and Harper down in the 14s. Jaminet at a 14.
Here's Earl. He's just going through turn 3. Roman's heading through turn 7 at the moment.
Comparatively speaking, that advantage.
Or I shouldn't say that. Turn 9, I believe.
Earlier, maybe an hour or so ago, seems to have gone
As
away.
Earl snakes down the hill and down the first of the 2 long straightaways. And now into the fast right-handers at the farthest part of the circuit. Now the back straightaway for Earl. Last lap a 1:14.4. Roman ran a 1:14.1 his last time around. Now a 1:13.3 as he just crossed the line. So basically Roman's, yeah, he's still 3/4 of a lap behind Earl
Talk about the ebb and flow of the lap times
with
of these cars and the fact that you
25 minutes to go.
at night. Who looked at this forecast and guessed right on the setup? And I don't think the temperature has to change much.
Roman Grosjean in the Lamborghini, their final race, he's 4th. His energy level is better than Earl's by 2%. 36 for the 63 of Grosjean, 34 for Earl in the Cadillac. Very interesting as we ride on board with Earl Bamber.
Just curious there what Bamber does in traffic down through the S's. Lays out. He's got that 8.5 second lead over Jaminet. But it seems like Jaminet's been much more disciplined on saving the fuel here. He had about a 4% gap, now into a 2% gap.
I also think he just wants to find that little vacuum out there, that little bubble. He's got the big picture of the championship as well.
45 seconds for Earl. Now we go to LMP2 where Mikkel is leading by almost a minute. 54 seconds the gap for the TDS Racing Orica. If they win, it'll be back-to-back at Petit Le Mans and back-to-back to end the season and Stephen Thomas's career. They won 3 in a row at Indy. Can they get 2 in a row at Petit Le Mans?
Such a solid driver lineup. Stephen Thomas showcased as one of the antis, the best right now here this weekend with the pole position here. Yes, admittedly they lost it due to a technical infraction, but I don't think it had anything to do with the speed that he showed in that qualifying run. Then you got Hunter McElroy, who's still a silver for next year as well, just unbelievable talent. And Mikkel Jensen is just phenomenal. So they've stacked the deck, and that's what you have to do to get success in the class right now.
Build a team around you, and everybody knows their job.
Mikkel is absolutely flying. Tom Dillman did take a little piece out of his lead. It's down to 53.9 seconds, but I don't think that really matters. Mikkel has got it unless a yellow comes out.
Well, he's picked such a great talent here in Mikkel Jensen to finish things off. I was just watching and admiring.
Now here's Dan Harper. He leads the Corvette of Nicky by 16 seconds. Number 3 Corvette well on its way to winning the championship, as the 81 has fallen off the lead lap.
16-second gap over the Corvette of Nicky Casper. Good on fuel to the finish. This young man has just been brilliant.
What a day for Dan Harper and this 48 Paul Miller BMW crew.
Especially in endurance events, and in fact, 48 clinched the GTD Pro Endurance Cup at the 8-hour mark. So there's another
The gap for GTD is probably the closest out of all four. The two Ferraris. Alessandro leads by 1.7 seconds over James Collado. So Collado is catching Alessandro. 1.3 seconds now the gap. James Collado is flying. Can he catch Alessandro Pierguidi with 21 minutes to go? These two Ferraris have been great all day long. Who will it be now? Oh, a prototype gets around Alessandro. It's the 04. Michelin Endurance Cup. The AF Corsa Ferrari leads at the moment. It looks like they'll probably win it. Their only challengers for that cup on track is the 27 Heart of Racing Aston Martin, and they run fourth.
Yeah, Brian, to add a little intrigue to the defending winners of this race, trying to go back to back, and of course you documented the up and down day for that TDS team. What is also on the line is the Michelin Endurance Cup. Coming into that last round of pit stops, they're just 1 point back of the 43 Inter Europol LMP2 machine. That was courtesy of all the points they gained at the 4-hour and 8-hour mark. So what is also on the line with the win is a chance to also capture the championship within the championship. So Stephen Thomas and Hunter McElroy are anxiously awaiting to see how this plays out. But that pit stop came critical because it forced the 43 to have to pit after the fact, and now they're sitting 55 seconds back of the race lead. So Mikkel Jensen trying to hang on to not only get a back-to-back win here at Petit Le Mans, but also secure a Michelin Endurance Championship, Kevin.
So, Chris, we've talked about some of the leaders.
So the TDS 11 can win the LMP2 Endurance Cup. And we have a slow car. Slow car heading up the hill through turn 1, heading to turn 3. It looks like a Ferrari.
It's been a great day. I mean, first of all, big thank you to Gabe Gill, made this Valkyrie dream come true for us, and we're so happy to have Seattle Children's Hospital out there on the Valkyrie. But Roman's flying out there. Let's see how this pans out. I think the first two cars have a bit in hand, but I think we've represented Aston pretty well today.
If it stays green, they don't think they can make it. Are you good on energy to get to the finish?
Yeah, I think we can make it to the finish, but I think they have enough time to come in and get a little splash and still get out ahead of us. So let's see. 20 minutes to go, and the GT cars in the battle as well for a podium as well. So exciting.
And it's close. 42 seconds is the gap right now. We kind of guesstimate about 40 seconds time lost. So the 31 could still come back out in front, but it's tight. And like
It's going to be tight. We don't think Earl and Jaminet can make it, and Roman's starting to catch the 31 again. The gap's down to 42 seconds between the 31 Cadillac and the 23 Aston Martin. And some blocking. Oh, and a hit for the 40 Wayne Taylor car. He pushed somebody off the track after putting 2 tires on the grass. Who was it? It was the 81 of Albert. The Dragon Speed Ferrari was an innocent bystander, and he gets pushed wide. Just a bad day gone worse. He's just been a punching bag all day, Albert Costa, and that 81 Dragon Speed Ferrari.
It's like the first hiccup started, and then it just got worse.
Just always seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's just the luck of the draw at times. You got 2 fast prototypes coming.
18 minutes to go.
go 3 wide through
Harper
turn
leading
one,
Nicky
you're on the
by
outside,
still
you look at
17
spot.
seconds in
You
GTD
gotta
Pro.
rely on spotters. You don't know what kind of information the driver's getting there. Costa closing things out here at night.
But there is still intrigue in the battles of GTD and GTP. Those races aren't over yet. Alessandro pulls another 4/10 on Collado. Gaps back up to 1.7 between the Ferraris and GTD.
Rubber, the marbles on the outside. That is a high-speed corner. Even in a GT car, you're going a $1.15 minimum speed, and you got to turn in. You're looking at the.
But this could be an amazing win and a historic win if Aston Martin can pull this off. On board with James Collado trying to hunt down Alessandro, his Ferrari counterpart, but he's losing time. Gaps down to 1.8 seconds. And speaking of the Aston Martin, the Valkyrie goes past him.
D'Angelo's still in fifth, still waiting for those first 4 cars in GTP to make the decision, pull the pin.
The energy for Earl and Jaminet isn't dropping as steeply as I thought it was going to. Jaminet's down to 19%. Earl's down to 21%. Roman's at 36. There's still a lot of time left as we go on board with Jaminet.
Scoring monitor, and Jaminet continues to try to save as much as he can. It fluctuates where he's only 1% less than what Earl Bamber has in the Cadillac, and it just goes back to how much he saves now is how small of a splash if he has to pit in about 7 or 8 laps. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Everyone doing the best they can with their calculations.
Keep thinking about the 15-minute mark. And I go, all right, you got about a lap to get that sorted. Obviously, Jaminet, you pointed it out a minute ago, Townsend, doing a great job. He's kind of caught Bamber with the fuel-saving mode. Only 1% difference between the amount of energy that those
Now
two cars have on board.
Jaminet's saving a lot, and he's caught Earl on energy level. 18% for the 6, 19 for the 31.
Because of where they came out after the last stop.
Wow, this is going to be very intriguing. I think Matthew Jaminet may save enough to win the championship and Petit Le Mans at the same time.
But if you wanted to lock up the championship, wouldn't you just pit now and splash and send?
So,
The only way they lose this thing is by finishing last, basically. Kev?
Earl Bamber was just told about a half a lap ago, keep pushing. Push the gap as much as you can, but we're working on a plan. So are they thinking about pulling that pin right now and coming into the top off?
They're debating everything we are right now.
Exactly.
well,
And the Action Express, Welland Cadillac team, taking about everything right now. They may come in. Their crew's on the wall. 43 seconds back is Roman DeAngelis and the Aston Martin Valkyrie.
I think it gives us just that little bit of freedom.
You wouldn't want to do it by sitting on the side of the road out of gas, waiting to find out what happens.
wondering. And you're 10 seconds away now from that 15-minute mark where if the yellow happens...
15 minutes!
That's the thing.
That was close between Dillman and Earl through 10A. They got through it. Through the final quarter, turn 12. Under 15 minutes to go.
It should be a short procedure, but if there's a big cleanup, that's the one kind of unknown. If you
Aye,
figure
aye, aye.
it would be a yellow, how long would it be? How big are incident?
Tom in third for Myers Shank. His energy level's under 10%. It's down to 9. I don't think he can make it. But Matthew Jaminet is saving enough energy to where he's at the same level as Earl, and he could pass him.
I call this now. I'm going to steal 10.
Matthew Jaminet, watch him. I think he might be able to make it. There's still 14 minutes left, but he has a chance.
7 minutes left, guys. Who is? The 31.
Well, he needs to hope that nobody does something silly before he gets back around to pit in.
Does Jaminet follow him in?
And Earl is pitting.
What did the Porsche Penske squad do?
Jaminet gave up the pace, but he
Earl's going to pit.
Guys, the Penske crew members are up on the wall. As soon as they heard the call from the 31, Travis Law, the strategist, said, all right, we're gonna come this time.
And here he is. Earl's in. Jaminet will follow.
Their eyeballs on the 60 as
We gotta watch the 23. Gemini falls. I have another screen where I'm watching Roman's onboard right now. I'm not sure if this is where he is on track, but he's heading down the back straightaway. I don't think this is where he is actually on track. But here we go.
5 seconds. Let's watch the 31 Wheel & Engineering Action Express. I think we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. Can they release? And we'll keep an eye on the 6. It's taking a little bit longer.
Earl's gone. Earl's gone. Earl pits. Gemini into his box.
Hits his marks in the box. The most important movement now is Zach Greggs.
Roman's on the front stretch. He's at the line. Here he comes for turn 1. Earl's out of the pits. Earl's going to get ahead of him.
30, 23 through turn 1. Should be flashing by right now. At least that's the way it looks on the dancing ants.
And did Gemini get out in front of Roman? I think he did. I think he may have.
At night as there's a car off in turn 5.
Car off in turn 5, we're hearing.
This is turn 5 as they approach. We'll look for any stray headlights. Maybe just somebody dropped a wheel.
Tom pits for Meyer Shank.
Waiting for things to get sorted out. So difficult to figure out.
We're going to have to wait for a minute to see. I'm looking at Roman's onboard, and I think there's a Penske headlight in front of him. I think Gemini did get out in front of Roman. It could also be Nazar. Slow car on the backstretch. It's one of the United LMP2s. Which one is it? Is it the 2 or the 22? It's Paul DeResta in the 22. He has a flat tire. Flat tire for DeResta with under 12 minutes to go.
Just 4 seconds back. Wow, that was close.
And Roman did get out in front of Gemini. Roman did get out in front of Gemini. Earl still remains in front. Roman Grosjean is 1 second behind in second, but I think he'll have to pit. Roman is third, 4 seconds behind Earl. We'll see what can happen.
Might have to splash, Calvin. There's no way Grosjean can make it with 12% energy.
No, he's about 5 minutes shy, I think. Key is, does he fight D'Angelo's if he gets to his tail and maybe stymie D'Angelo's attack on Bamber in the lead?
So, my question
Roman
is,
pushing hard.
think about Grosjean there in front. On these
His energy level is at 23. Earl's is only at 27, so it was a true splash and go.
until it stumbled, you get a warning light, so on and so forth. That doesn't exist in
If the gap is 4 seconds, we'll see where it is. It'll update when both cars cross the line. Here comes Earl to the line. There he goes. He's across it with 10:30 to go. And Roman's down to 3 seconds. He took a second and a half almost out of the lead of Earl.
check in with Kevin.
And Earl Bamber, this would be a good shot because he's been talking, and I can't really see where they are in track, so he must have just cleared the traffic. He's really been asking for help with some lap traffic. Now looks like he's got some clean track. He was just told, first he was being told, Grosjean is only a second behind you.
10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. I'm watching Roman's onboard. He's getting close to Earl. Phillip pits again, so he couldn't make it.
So, traffic or not, you better put your head down because this Valkyrie is coming. He is
On board with Roman, flashing the lights, trying to get this car in front of him, this prototype, out of his way. Heading to 10A and 10B, he's defending. Defensive line for the prototype in front of him.
Maybe they're going to... Taylor Racing typically doesn't do Action Express any favors, but maybe today they could. Kind of
And a Wayne Taylor car is in front of Roman. Remember, they're both Cadillacs, so maybe Wayne Taylor's going to help out Action Express today. Heavy traffic for the 31 with 9 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it may be a difficult ask. GTD traffic in front of both Grosjean and D'Angelo's now down through the S's.
If you're Earl Bamber right now, every
Earl's almost through it. Grosjean's in the thick of it right now.
It's so frustrating, and maybe a half a second loss seems like 10 seconds when you're in a fight for a win here tonight.
Grosjean around the outside of GTD cars, and here comes the 23.
And the 40 moves out of the way of the 23. So Roman's around the Wayne Taylor Cadillac. And now he gets around the 27 and the 14. And he's getting around the GT traffic really quickly. We'll see where Roman ends up now. He lost 7/10 that last lap to Earl.
7% energy, now 6%. Calvin, that's at most 2 laps.
Exactly. Yeah, you're using about
8 minutes to go. Grosjean down to 6% energy. He's going to have to pit at the moment. Here comes Roman. He's getting close to Grosjean. They're right by each other in turn 1. Grosjean just ahead of Roman. 2.7 seconds, the gap between the 31 and the 23. There's a car wide. It's the Riley. It's the LMP2 Riley. He may get in the way of this. That's going to hurt.
right back in the way of the 23. He's got to time this run and have a lot more speed and acceleration off of here.
Roman's going to need to get around the 74 Riley car. He does.
We're going to let you finish. That's cool.
Go have fun. Does a good job trying to stay out of the way.
And Gar in his final full-time LMP2 race will get to finish. What a cool moment for Gar. We'll see if Roman Grosjean pits.
He's going to get past whether he's in the pit in or sitting beside the racetrack.
And we'll see what the gap is between Earl and Roman as they come across the line right here with under 7 minutes to go. 3.8 seconds. Earl put a second up on Roman. That's huge. A huge gap swing between those two.
Down to 3% energy.
Grosjean's still kicking, but I think he's going to have to pit. He's going to have to pit.
I would say clear sailing, but he's going to have to work through some traffic. Looking up the road, he can see the taillights. I don't know if he can identify the taillights of Bamber. Can DeAngelis, but he knows he's just up there, and he knows the car directly in front.
It's their best finish of the season as a 6th at Road America. Huge.
This would be the first time the Aston Martin Valkyrie would be on the podium if they finish in the top 3. And there's a shot for a win on the line for this Aston Martin. Roman getting around some traffic, but there's more up ahead. Will Roman Grosjean pit? Both the Multimatic Fords in front of the 23 Aston Martin. Grosjean bails. Grosjean to the pits. DeAngelis now to second. Grosjean will fall. And in the Lamborghini's final race for now, they will fall very far behind. Roman gains a half a second on Earl, and there's no traffic in front of Roman at the moment as he heads up to turn 3 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. A splash and go for Roman Grosjean. He will not finish on the podium. Jaminet gets the 3rd. Grosjean making a top 5 in this Lambo's final race. 5 minutes to go. Can Roman run down Earl?
Way back in 2011, I'm telling you, second place would be a win for Harper Racing today, but if they actually climbed to the top step, that would be...
Down the backstretch for Roman. Trying to catch Earl. Traffic up ahead of the 31 Cadillac.
A lot of clean racetrack guys for Roman DeAngelis on this lap.
Earl is in the traffic. A GT car right in front of him. 4:25 to go. It's a Ferrari. Earl gets past him, hanging to 1. What's the gap to Roman? He only gained a 10th. He only gained a 10th on the 31. Not enough. He needs more. And there's not any traffic, at least for now, in front of Earl. He may catch some on the backstretch. I do see a lot of taillights up in front of the 31, as we're on board with the Welland Cadillac at the moment. But we'll have to see how many cars are in between Earl and Roman, as Roman's going to catch a GT Ferrari. He gets by him. I believe Earl's the next car in front of him. He is. And here we go. Around the 21, around the 13 goes Earl. So we got around Alessandro, the AWA Corvette. Here's another one. He goes around the outside and clears him.
Here, Guidi still leads in GTD aboard his Ferrari, and in GTD Pro, Harper for Paul Miller Racing.
Still more traffic for Earl. Roman should be at the back of this party, and he is. He's right by the traffic. 3 minutes to go. I believe there's only 2 laps remaining. There's 2 or 3 laps remaining in this season. The gap didn't change. 3.1 seconds, and Roman's catching the GT traffic at the worst possible time.
It's a tough decision. Gap is almost identical to the last lap. 3.1 seconds across the stripe, so they're getting an even.
Oh my goodness.
Shake up it through traffic here.
Roman in traffic in the S's. Now he's going to get by him down the straightaway. That's Robbie in the Turner BMW. 2.5 to go. I believe we're going to have 2 laps left. A Vassar Sullivan Lexus in front of Roman. Not sure how many cars in front is Earl, but he is very small out the front windshield of the Aston Martin Valkyrie. 2 minutes to go, and we have 2 laps to go in this 2025 IMSA season.
Inside 2 minutes to go. DeAngelis out of turn
Earl
10,
across the line,
through 12, flat out, 3.1
getting around
last time,
some traffic,
4.2 this time.
following a prototype.
And that tells me he's thinking about that.
There's a car off.
He's thinking about
There's a car off in turn 1. It's way in the grass. He's out of the way and he's moving.
expect the white flag.
He should be fine, whoever that was.
LMP2 cars, they have a lot of cornering speed compared to
Traffic for Roman. It's the right Porsche.
It's a lot harder to
And he's stuck behind him. He's losing time.
looks like it.
4 seconds.
So that's a quick LMP2 car, and he wants to get by GT traffic as well.
Oh, the 47.
So I think Earl's going to be okay here, but there is still a lot of time. He's getting held up behind the Cheddar Ferrari. Roman's got no one in front of him. Now on the backstretch, Earl gets around the Ferrari.
You can put that in terms
White flag this time for Earl Bamber and the Welland Cadillac.
But I don't think that's DeAngelis.
Into 10A and 10B. Earl trying to get around 2 for 1. He'll only get 1.
Is a liability held up again this time in
Through 10A. 10B.
That is the 93.
Under the Fox Bridge. Earl Bamber across the line, and the white flag is out here at Road Atlanta. Final lap of the season.
Wheeling team looking for their
Earl Bamber and the Welland Cadillac trying to get their 2nd win in a row to end off this season. They won at Indy a few weeks ago. They're trying to win here tonight at Road Atlanta.
23, where they took that victory, their sole victory
Through the S's for the final time.
season.
Earl
Final.
gets through him,
Could they go 2 on?
and he is smooth sailing. All he has to do is get around
3.2 seconds.
this first straightaway,
Took a little over a second.
and then the 2 fast right-handers. He gets through the first one.
DeAngelis
Now to the 2nd right-hander. Earl on the brakes. Gets through.
controlling
Down the long back straightaway where Earl Bamber is thinking about victory, party, and a lot of fun things tonight.
He's a long way
On board with Bamber.
from New Zealand.
Still a long way from home.
Track today. This car
A few more corners. 10A and 10B down the hill on the brakes.
all day long.
Bamber's through.
more time.
The best car all day and all night is going to win for a 2nd time to end the season. Earl Bamber and this Welland Cadillac takes victory at the Motul Petit Le Mans. And Roman DeAngelis and this Aston Martin gets their first ever podium with the Valkyrie. What a finish. What a win.
Been lifted with this victory. Frederick Vesti
Now,
job as well. 21 Pierre
Alessandro Pierguidi across the line. He will win. AF Corsa back on the top step for since Sebring of 2022. Alessandro Pierguidi drives it across the line in a Ferrari 1-2. Now Dan Harper down the backstretch. Dan Harper
this year and looking for another
Trying to end this year off for Paul Miller to get another win.
surrounding it.
This will be the 48 Paul Miller BMW's second win of the season.
Looking for the third win in 2025 and the second class win at Petit.
Dan Harper down the hill. Final corner. Paul Miller, 48, back to victory lane. Dan Harper drives it across the line, and the BMW takes victory.
I mean, driver of the day for me, Cal has never seen Road Atlanta before. His first
And Mikkel Jensen and TDS Racing, they go back-to-back to end the year. Second win in a row at Petit Le Mans and to end the 2025 for TDS Racing and Mikkel Jensen in Stephen Thomas's final ever race. What a way to go out. But Matthew Jaminet and Matt Campbell in the number 6 Porsche Penske GTP, they win that championship. LMP2, PJ Hyatt, Dane Cameron, AL Racing, Spike, they win the LMP2 championship. GTD Pro goes to Antonio Garcia, Alex Sims. Corvette wins the GTD Pro championship. And Philip Ellis and Russell Ward and the Winward Mercedes wins the GTD championship. What a race tonight here at Road Atlanta.
Well, you want to go out on a high, and they certainly did, winning the Indy for the third straight year and winning here for the second straight. It'll be emotional. I think he's made his decision, but you never know. It's a long off season to think about it.
Bamber, 5% energy left. DeAngelis, 2% energy left. They laid it all on the line, literally, to try to take the victory here. And Bamber sits in his Cadillac, and they're going to be big-time celebration. He's going, where do I go?
Yeah, this is a frustrating part sometimes for a driver. I want to get out of this hot machine and celebrate with my team. Wait for the instructions. He finally gets them. Energy might be low in the car, but it's 100% happiness behind the wheel. Frankly, for Bamber and DeAngelis, a couple of great drives.
So this podium celebration is kind of crazy because you got champions that are going to be crowned, race winners that are going to be crowned. You have 2 pit lanes here. They use both of them. So things get interesting as to where they want the cars to go. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right here, that traffic jam, kind of like
What a fish in GTP.
Race results, championship, endurance cup. It's about an hour and a half celebration to get through all of the recognition.
Hey, but if you're involved in all of those, that's a lot of champagne.
Yeah, absolutely.
Earl Bamber wins. First podium for the Aston Martin Valkyrie, Roman DeAngelis.
This week that they were going to come good. They really have shown just great gradual progress throughout the year. That big result over in Japan was huge. Gave them momentum as a organization.
Earl Bamber gets the checkered flag.
What a stellar run tonight.
And he'll find victory lane at some point.
Bamber with the checkered flag, and they're going to be big-time celebrations. So he is in the pit lane on the outside.
He's on the opposite pit lane.
They've been using for their pit stops, and that's part of that separation as to the podiums here. Because as you guys said, so many different championships at stake in season finale. The Endurance Championship, Drivers Championships, Manufacturers Championships. And they will crown and celebrate all of them as Bamber out of the car, trying to get out of his Cadillac. He wants to stand up top and say, yeah. It'll take a while for his teammates to get over there with him and help the celebration. But
Earl Bamber out of the car.
it's not gonna be
A winner at Petit Le Mans.
Just another win, guys. This is one of the majors. This is a big event to have on your resume.
Kevin Lee, as soon as he gets his helmet on, I think we're going to see a very familiar smile.
I feel bad that Earl Bamber is going to have to celebrate with me for now because there's no teammates here because we're on the other side of pit lane. This is the Michelin Pilot Challenge pit lane. Monster drive. The team had the fastest lap of the race, and you brought it home 2 for 2 to the end. How did you guys get this done?
I mean, that was a real team effort. I mean, we had a wicked fast car all day, but there was a lot of strategy going on as well. You know, I think the McGinney guys played a fantastic strategy there at the end, but full credit to this Whelan Cadillac. We've had a fast car for the last couple races, and it's amazing to get back-to-back wins for the team. I mean, we've been digging all season, and this is just a true credit to everyone at Cadillac, everyone back at the shop. And, whoa, I can't believe it. First one here. It feels great.
That's what I was going to say. You've accomplished a lot, but this is one of the big ones. What's the significance of Petit Le Mans?
I mean, it is one of the big ones. It's, you know, one of the ones that every single driver in the world wants to win. And managed to finally capture one overall, so it's definitely a special moment. I can't wait for my teammates because, you know, Jack did an amazing job qualifying at the front. He didn't feel too good in the middle of the race, but he came through, and then Fred just did a phenomenal job. You know, the rookie this season, he's got a big talent and a big future, so his team's bonded together, and yeah, we just can't wait for what comes next.
Congratulations, Earl Bamber, Frederick Vesti, and Jack Aitken win for Whelen Engineering Action Express. And Matt, you've got someone that's used to winning.
The captain, he started and finished the season up on his perch watching the excellence of the Porsche Penske effort. 15th, dating back to 1967, the 15th sports car championship for what started out as Penske Racing. What are you most proud of this effort this year?
Well, I think it's on our team. Certainly, Porsche came to the party with us this year with a great car, and I just can't thank everybody enough. This is a magic moment for us, obviously, to see our two cars finish again, 10 hours, and up on the podium, which is certainly key for us. But more important is the manufacturer championship for Porsche and the team and driver championship for us. So, great day. I won't forget it.
You've had so many iconic drivers pilot your machines. You put Mathieu Jaminet and Matty Campbell together this year. They had so much magic back in GTD Pro. What impressed you the most start to finish of their performance?
Well, you see them on the racetrack. You know, they're fast, they're consistent, they don't make mistakes, and you couldn't make mistakes today because it was right down to the end there, as you could see it, with the way the yellows came out. But overall, they're the best.
Congratulations. Roger Penske, this is going to be his 48th championship in auto racing. Incredible run.
Crap.
Well, how about
48
this?
for
2025
Roger.
AO Racing goes back-to-back with team championships, this time in LMP2. And for this guy, Dane Cameron, fifth, a record fifth IMSA championship. What are the emotions? You've done it all in different classes, but this one's got to be special.
Yeah, super special. To go 2 in a row for the first time is amazing. Super proud of AO. Really thankful to PJ, to Gunnar for bringing me on board to this program. You know, I believe that it could produce this. They believe that I could be the guy to take it here. So really amazing to put all the pieces together. It's been honestly a really difficult 12 months for me. So this is it's pretty outstanding.
What made this season special? Obviously the success that you've had at Le Mans, but to cap it off here with a championship, how big was this season for you and your career?
Yeah, huge. You know, it's not often you get to win the championship, and certainly not often you get to win Le Mans and a championship in the same season. So we knew all the pieces were there. It was just a matter of putting it all together. So it's just takes some belief and a bit of fun along the way for us with the dinosaurs and dragons and all the rest. So, you know, not only can we have some fun, but you know, we're here to win as well. So looking forward to more.
Congratulations, Dane Cameron making history. I want to bring in Gunnar Jeanette, co-founder here. We're waiting for PJ, but he's back there celebrating. As somebody that saw this program from the ground up with PJ, now he's a Truman Award winner, not to mention a champion. What is this moment like for AO Racing?
Oh, it's very special. As Dane said, you know, we were able to get our first team championship last year in GTD Pro, and then to do it this year in the LMP2 category with PJ, it's just, it hasn't even hit me yet. To bring a guy like Dane Cameron in and to go right from his 4th championship to his 5th championship with our team, it says a lot about what we're building. For him to have the faith to come from a Penske organization over to us, and I'm just really looking forward to what we can do in the future.
Congratulations, Gunnar Jeanette and AO Racing champions in LMP2. Kristen, the party's just starting.
2 in a row for the 11 LMP2 team. Mikkel, absolute perfection in that final stint. How did you find the magic?
It was tough. We had a tail light issue with 2 hours to go, so we had no light on the rear of the car. We had 2 bugs to change the tail. It set us back, and from then on it was just about putting the best laps out there. If we didn't have the best pace on track, we would never had the chance to get back. But yeah, Hunter did great. I got back in the car the last 2 hours and just trying to nail those laps, and at the end we were back at the sub.
Hunter, the story this weekend has been Thomas's retirement and how meaningful a race win would be for you and this team. How much was that motivating you throughout the weekend?
For sure. I mean, I owe Stephen a lot, and Emily. They gave me a really great opportunity these last 2 years. So me and this guy have had some fun with him. Obviously, he's been with him longer than I have even, but to win the last race with him, is very special and very fitting. And to be honest, today was probably the best I've seen him drive. You know, he did a mega pole lap, he got put to the back, and then he drove to the front. So not much more of a statement he can make than that. And, you know, I think all three of us just executed the job. And it's nice for us. You know, we needed this. We had a rough start to the year, and, you know, we knew if we could just execute, we have the dominant pace. So this is proof of that.
Tell me what it means to now be a Petit Le Mans winner.
It's my second in a row with him. So I don't know how many you won, but he's on 3. It's my second now. So it's really special. This race is obviously one that I've always wanted to just compete in. So to win it 2 in a row from 2 is I'm a pretty lucky boy.
What a phenomenal race for the 11 car guys. Again, 2 in a row after a win at Indianapolis, now closing out the season with a win at Petit Le Mans.
And now Earl's teammates come and celebrate. Frederick Vesti and Jack Aiken over to celebrate with Earl Bamber. The TDS boys enjoying it. Mikkel Jensen. Hunter McElroy. No Stephen Thomas yet. But we'll wait until we interview the 21 AF Corsa squad.
You can't put that in your sedan.
And we'll go. Welcome back to Road Atlanta. The season has ended. The celebrations begin for the champions and the winners. And will we see AF Corsa get an interview? I hope so. Here we go.
GTD Pro goes to the Paul Miller Racing BMW. The 48 guys got it done. Connor DeFilippi actually cheated and drove both cars to double his chances. Max Hesse was awesome, and Dan Harper brought it to the finish. And Dan, I'm listening to your scanner, and the team is telling you to be very conservative, take no chances. The next thing I look, you're passing the Corvette. Tell me how that came together.
Yeah, well, I gave it everything to get past. A couple of times I was alongside into the last chicane. Didn't quite pull it off because we were, like they say, taking as little risk as possible. I was very fortunate that he got held up a little in through the last corner by a prototype, and I was able to get a good run onto the start-finish straight and get up the inside for turn 1. And we had some great wheel-to-wheel action through the S's, and he was very fair to me, and I equally was fair to him. So it was nice to get the move done on track, but I think we were sort of going that way anyway with the fuel advantage. So very happy for all the boys. It's been a tough year up and down for both cars. It's a shame for the number 1 how they were sort of out of contention today quite early, but it's great result for the guys. So very happy.
Max, you and Dan are rookies in this series, and it's supposed to be really hard to win here on debut. How did you guys do this? What's this experience been like?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome from the first minute we came here this week. The car has always been in a very good spot, and I think also the conditions with getting dark and a bit colder, it came to us at the end. And the race is brutal. It's very tough. I can confirm that, but happy to get it done on the first attempt.
Not the first time Connor has been able to get it done in this classic race. You get to play a role of doing a lot of things. First, you have to take care of the race car and be fast, but you get to kind of help out these young guns. What's this experience like? How much do you cherish it?
It's been amazing. Doing double duty is never easy, but I brought what I could to the table. Both these guys were fantastic all weekend. Dan did a phenomenal performance, Max as well. I mean, we got to the race lead kind of early in the end of my second stint, and we just kind of managed it from there. I mean, the team did a phenomenal job, and blessed to be part of this team, and just happy we ended on the high.
Congratulations. Way to finish the season for Paul Miller Racing and the BMW. Kristen.
Securing their first win since spring in 2022. Simon, how much heart was behind this effort?
It's been a tough year, for sure. There are many situations where we should have had better results, so to be able to come away with a win today for the whole team is huge, especially here at Petit Le Mans, such a legendary race, such an important race. Wasn't easy, but it's a big accomplishment for everyone on the team.
A few emotions right feel.
For sure, really happy. Like he said, we had a difficult year this year, and it's always good to finish like that, to finish with a really good result. And yeah, it's good for the team. Thanks to all my teammates and the team for the amazing job, and it's good to finish the year like that.
This team also locking up the Michelin Endurance Cup Championship in the GTD class, Matt.
And when you look at history and you go back to 2022, when they won the GTD Pro
Oh,
Championship,
Alessandro
everybody
Pirguidi.
expected the Matt and Mathieu show going to GTP and being together, but they split them up to pair them up with some veterans. This year, finally, the best friends are together. What means the most about your relationship and having it come down scoring the GTP Championship?
Yeah, I mean, it's super special. It's hard to put into words, you know, like, you know, we've done a lot together over the years and always been strong. And, you know, after winning in 2022, you know, we wanted to be together also in the following years, but unfortunately that didn't pay off. And now coming back, you know, straight back into things and being competitive and now coming away with championships, it's absolutely phenomenal, you know, to do it against my best mate. It's, you know, words can't describe, you know, I'm so happy and a big relief off the shoulders now.
Now, money can buy speed, but it can't buy chemistry, and you two certainly have had it. Best friends off track. How does that help you guys on track, especially this season when you scored the win at Laguna Seca, and that was the jump start to your championship run?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what makes our strengths is to support each other in the end, in the good and the bad days. Communication is key, and when you have someone that you can trust 110%, you know, on your shoulder and next to you, yeah, that's. Everyone can wish a friend like this, but also a teammate, you know. In the end, it's a team sport. We don't do everything by ourselves, so yeah, it's also up to this guy and to a lot of boys also on the pit stand and in the pits, so a big thank you to everyone. I've been very close the last 2 years. Imagine what it could have been, maybe if we would have been these last 2 years also together, maybe we could have had one more on the way, but yeah, speechless for this year.
No two bigger words than thank you, and you're always grateful, and it's on the back of your helmet. Means so much to you that everybody believed in you a decade ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing to think how far I've come, you know, also this guy and the sacrifices he had to make along the way, but, you know, the people that were able to support me and get me to this point, you know, all these years ago in 2015 when we set out to go on this journey, and lucky enough we've been able to tick every box, and definitely today's another one, so, you know, extremely grateful for everyone who's got me to this point in my career.
Well, the 6 had to go to the bullpen. Larry, come on in. Lawrence Van Thorpe. You were running the 6, you were running the 7. You were all over the place.
Yeah, well, at one point they told me you're next in the car, and I said, which one? We don't know yet, so I was like, okay. No, it was a pleasure, and I'm really happy for these guys. We obviously know each other well over the years and all the races we've done together, and they both deserve it very much, so I'm happy I could assist it a little bit, but it's about them, so.
Like the old Penske saying says, effort equals results. These guys, what a season they've had to reach that plateau of a dream resume now is GTP Championships in IMSA WeatherTech Racing.
Yeah, what a season it was.
What a season. The WeatherTech Sports Car Champions, Campbell Jaminet win it over Jack Aiken by 187 points. Nazar and Tandy, 218 back. Vantor and Eng, 228 back. Yoli and Van der Zanda, 250 back. That rounds out your top 5. What a season. Jack Aiken sneaking into second at the last moment with his big back-to-back W's in a row.
You want to finish strong. They certainly did that at Indianapolis and right here at Road Atlanta. So wins on the 93 and the 60 as well throughout the year. So Acura showing well, and they were in it for the Manufacturers Championship as well. We'll head back down to celebrations in Kristen.
Stephen Thomas, in what you have said is your last and final professional race, could you have written a better ending to this chapter?
No, this is a complete dream ending. You know, when I got put it on pole and had it taken away with the infraction, then I was like, oh, I'm starting from the back, and I was down. But then it turned to be my best 2 stints ever and the most fun I've ever had in a race car. And then to turn it over to the best professional racers and to win not just the race, but the Endurance Cup, which we didn't think we had a chance of coming in, complete dream ending for me.
What has this team and what has racing done for you?
Racing's the greatest thing I've ever done. And it's defined it late in life is just a wonderful thing for what the gentlemen and gentle lady drivers. It is transformative, not just for me, but a lot of the bronzes in the paddock. And it's just been tremendous racing here and racing with IMSA. And, you know, if you can find me a sponsor, I'll come back next year.
Well done to this entire team, guys. Just a storybook ending for the 11, not only to win in Indianapolis, but also here in Petit Le Mans and Stephen Thomas's final start.
Yeah, special stuff indeed. If we saw
Final standings in LMP2, PJ Hyatt, Dane Cameron are the champions for AO Racing. Stephen Thomas, 100 points back, steals second from Daniel Goldberg, who finishes third. Gar Robinson and Song with Felipe Fraga, they finished fourth, 207 back. And Jeremy Clark rounds out your top five, 346 points behind the 99 AO Orca.
With his teammate running over the curb, break the suspension, ruined their day, and ruined their championship chances on the 22.
Yeah, Robinson and Fraga come home fourth. Last LMP2 race for Gar Robinson. We'll miss him. But I look to the champion there, Dane Cameron, along with PJ Hyatt. For Dane Cameron to win a championship, lose his ride, gather things back up, and then repeat again. What a fifth championship in IMSA for that driver.
And now GTD Pro standings. Antonio Garcia, another championship for him in his legendary career. Alex Sims as well. 73 points back. Albert Costa, then Seb Prio. Mike Rockefeller, 188 back. Hesse and Harper, 281 back. Max Hesse, Dan Harper. Oren Heinrich, Klaus Bachler, and Rexy, 302 back, rounding out your top five in GTD Pro. What a career for Antonio Garcia. I believe that's championship, I want to say, I don't know the numbers actually, I believe it's 6 or 7. It's one of the two. He has a lot. It could be his fifth as well. And then in GTD, Philip Ellis, Russell Ward, back-to-back years for Winward to retain the crown in GTD. They're champs over Kenton Cook, who was with the Korthoff Mercedes and then finished the year at Chirazi in the Ferrari. He'll finish 195 back, second in the championship. Casper Stevenson, third, 205 back in the Aston Martin Ferrari Racing. Parker Thompson, Jack Hawksworth, fourth, 252 back. And then Patrick Gallagher, Robbie Foley, and their Turner BMW, 364 back. That is the top five in GTD. And that's all for this 2025 IMSA season. What a season it was. Porsche Penske number 6, Winward, AL Racing, or Spike, and Corvette are the champions. The winners today. Oh, here are the Winward boys.
Finally, they had to subdue or at least postpone their championship celebration some 9 hours and 15 minutes. We found out 45 minutes into the race. Russell Ward, I got to ask you first, back-to-back, not only titles, but for the manufacturer and Mercedes-AMG, a partner you've had for many, many years now as a global leader in customer racing. So what does the significance of that do for this team?
Yeah, look, I mean, this year was a little bit more difficult. We didn't have a lot, 2 full season entries in Mercedes-AMG, so to be able to bring that home in the final race, I mean, is a really nice carrot on top of the, of the cake. So, for us, it's just an awesome day, and good to have the championship back to back. It proves it wasn't a fluke, and ready for next year. So it's good.
Philip, for you, wheeling this car there at the end, obviously you knew the championship was wrapped up for quite some time, but what was the rest of the afternoon like with this team? Just kind of knowing you had it wrapped up, but obviously wanting to go out there for the win.
Yeah, I mean, we still had the manufacturer's title to fight for, so it wasn't quite over yet. I think we all would have loved to cap it off with another podium. Yeah, we actually never had a top 5, so that's a good one. But yeah, I think a little bit unsatisfying how we ended. But yeah, super happy with the result of the year. The team's done a mega job the entire year. Russell's done a mega job in here as well in the endurance races, and yeah, just couldn't be happier.
That's right, back-to-back.
Phillips in his Michelin pilot suit.
For Andy Dodge, the endurance driver, this has been a dynamic pairing, the three of you, the last couple of years. What has it been like with Winward Racing, Mercedes, and now obviously being a part of another championship?
Well, just awesome. It's a great team to be with, also great teammates. I think we can say we are great friends together. We know everything from each other, not everything, but on the racing side. So pit stops, everything, that goes so well. So yeah, that's so perfect with this team, and I'm really happy to be here at Winward.
The boys in blue did it again, although this case here at Petit Le Mans, the car was pink and black, but either way, back-to-back GTD champions, Winward Racing and Mercedes.
And the championship winning Antonio Garcia in the 3 Corvette. Antonio, leading into this weekend, you had told me, despite all of your experience in your 16th Petit Le Mans start, you still had some nerves, some butterflies on wrapping up this championship. Antonio, how good does it feel to now get it done?
I mean, obviously, very, very happy. I mean, it's been a few years since I don't win a championship, but yeah.
It's Antonio Garcia's 6th. I was close, or I was spot on. I just didn't know 100%.
Championship together. this without. I couldn't done this without Corvette Racing. All the teammates that I've been driving with over the last 16 years. Yeah, I mean, very happy for that, and yeah, very, very grateful to be in this position.
Alex, in your second IMSA Racing Championship, take me through what this race was like for you, so mentally demanding.
Yeah, it's incredibly intense here at Petit Le Mans every single time I do it, but it's so thrilling. You know, the track is just amazing here at Atlanta. Such a nice sequence of corners and so many cars means that all the traffic, all the shenanigans in the race keep you on your toes. So our Corvette was working super well today, and frankly all year long we've had a phenomenal year. Pratt Miller's executed a fantastic championship. We've optimized pretty much everything we could every single time. So yeah, full credit to the whole team. Lovely to do with Antonio and Danny. We had a good year last year, finishing third, but then to go to first place this year has been phenomenal.
I'm not sure if we can get Danny back here. He's celebrating a little bit, but Danny, if you don't mind,
You need me?
championship emotions on this very special moment.
Yeah, mega. You know, it's been I've only been a small part of this season, but it's nice to play a role in the last race. This is a big race for everybody, and finishing on the podium and clinching the championship for these guys was the ultimate goal, and it's good to be part of that.
Antonio, of all the championships you've won, what will you remember most about this one?
Team effort. I mean, we didn't have the fastest car all year long, or I mean, not all the times. So I think, but we just kept digging, and whenever we had the opportunity to score a fourth, we took that, or a fifth, or I mean, even a win, which came very, very late. But I think team effort. I think that's the key word for this championship.
Team effort resulting in a championship for the number 3 Corvette Racing team, guys.
Well, Antonio Garcia is saying exactly
Well,
what we were saying about
that's it. That's it from this 2025 IMSA season officially. What a year it has been. Winward, AO Racing, or Spike for LMP2. Winward and GTD. GTD Pro went to Antonio Garcia for the 6th time, and that number 3 Corvette. And in GTP, the number 6 Porsche Penske. And then for tonight's race here at Road Atlanta, Petit Le Mans, well, in Cadillac, Earl Bamber took it across the line. LMP2, Mikkel Jensen took it across the line for TDS. Back-to-back at Petit Le Mans, and back-to-back this year to end the season. Then in GTD Pro, Dan Harper and the 48 Paul Miller BMW won. And in GTD, Alessandro took it across the line. Alessandro Pierguidi for that number 21 AF Corsa GTD Ferrari. They win, and that's all for the Motul Petit Le Mans. This race is always fun every year. What a great way to end an IMSA season. See y'all later. RB out. Peace.